The movie starts on a beautiful island resort in the Philippines. Families and friends have come together to celebrate the wedding of Darcy Rivera and Tom Fowler. Darcy arrives at a dinner where she meets her mom, Renata, who believes the extravagant wedding is over the top. At the same time, Tom is trying to prepare a surprise for Darcy on a motorboat, but he gets scared by a security guard and ends up falling into the water. The guard apologizes and tells him to attend wedding rehearsal party. At party, Tom's mother, Carol, arrives with her second husband, Larry. Around the same time, Darcy's father, Robert, makes his entrance, bringing along his new, much younger girlfriend, Harriet. Renata is visibly annoyed by Robert's presence, still harboring bitterness from their divorce. While Darcy and Tom are trying to hang out, Tom gets pulled away by his best friend, Ricky, who is also the best man, leaving Darcy with her little sister, Jamie. Things get even more complicated when Darcy's charming ex-boyfriend, Sean, shows up, invited by Robert. He calls Darcy DD, and his arrival makes Tom really uncomfortable, as everyone can see he's jealous. Tom gives a speech, but it gets overshadowed by Sean's more heartfelt words for Darcy. After that, Tom's sister Jeannie takes the stage to talk about her own marriage troubles. After the party, Darcy and Tom return to their room, hoping to relax and share an intimate moment together. However, their plans are derailed when Carol barges in, eager to offer what she believes are words of encouragement, though they only end up being awkward and unhelpful. Frustrated and deflated, Darcy and Tom ultimately spend the night sleeping apart. The morning of the wedding arrives, and the island buzzes with last-minute preparations. Unbeknownst to everyone, a group of pirates is stealthily approaching, having discovered details about the couple's lavish wedding online. Inside, Darcy is getting dressed with the help of Renata, Jamie, and Carol, but she can't shake the feeling that something is off. She sends a text to Tom asking to meet in private, where she confesses that having everyone travel to the Philippines for their wedding feels overwhelming since she never wanted a huge celebration. They end up arguing and decide it might be best to cancel the wedding. Just then, the pirates burst into the resort and take the guests and staff hostage. Tom sees this happen and rushes to tell Darcy. The pirates force everyone into a pool and demand a ransom of $45 million from Robert, knowing he has a lot of money. Tom rushes to Darcy's room to get her out, urgently explaining the chaos unfolding around them. As they try to make a plan, they spot an armed pirate trying to break in. Desperately brainstorming, Tom suggests trapping the pirate in a net, while Darcy thinks spraying his eyes with hairspray might work. As one of the pirates approaches them, Darcy tries to defend them by spraying hairspray at the attacker. However, her aim is off, and she accidentally sprays Tom in the face instead. The mishap leaves them both vulnerable, and the pirate easily overpowers and ties up together. The pirates haul them off to meet their leader, but Darcy cleverly buys a moment by asking for a cigarette. Using it to set the pirates' heads on fire, she creates enough distraction for them to escape. The couple struggles to gain control of the runaway cart they're on, and while they manage to jump off, Darcy's wedding dress gets caught, ripping apart as the cart plunges off a cliff. Suddenly, other pirates find them and start shooting at them. In the heat of the moment, Pirate tries to throw a grenade, but Darcy grabs it from the pirate's hand, and Tom kicks him, sending him crashing into a rock and killing him. Tom is left shaken, horrified at the realization that he has just taken a life. Darcy and Tom desperately try to untie themselves, but Tom quickly warns Darcy to handle the grenade she's holding with extreme care, as it's missing a pin and could go off at any moment. With this added pressure, they navigate the island in search of cell reception to call for help. Just as they get a signal, a group of pirates closes in, and Darcy accidentally drops the phone in the chaos. The couple makes a run for a nearby zipline tower, using it to make a daring escape. As they descend, Darcy accidentally drops the grenade, which explodes on two pirates below, but the noise gives away their position. When they finally land, fear grips them as they spot their loved ones being held hostage, forcing them to think fast and figure out how to get help. The couple sneaks into the kitchen, frantically searching for a way to cut their bindings. They manage to free themselves using a deli slicer, though Tom ends up with a nasty cut on his hand, causing Darcy to faint at the sight of the blood. As she's unconscious, a female pirate bursts in and Tom is forced to fight her alone. Despite his injury, he manages to knock her out by smashing her through a glass window. When Darcy comes to, she pulls herself together, shortens her dress, and slips on a pair of boots ready to spring into action. Determined, she joins Tom, prepared to help him save their loved ones. Darcy and Tom make their way to the resort's main office, only to discover that there's no internet access to call for help. The resort owners, Margie and Ace, step in and hide them in a bunker. While Margie tends to Tom's wound, She accidentally reveals that pirates had attacked the resort the previous summer, a fact Tom had known but kept secret. This revelation sends Darcy into a fury, accusing Tom of self-sabotaging and letting his insecurities drive his decisions, like planning the extravagant wedding. Tom fires back, pointing out that Darcy hides behind a confident facade even though she's also afraid. He admits he feels responsible for their loved ones being in danger since he brought everyone there. Just then, another pirate approaches, forcing Ace and Margie to usher Darcy and Tom into a hidden tunnel. In a selfless move, Tom emerges from the tunnel and surrenders himself to be captured. Leaving Darcy hidden and safe, Tom is taken to where the other hostages are. He says something in Balinese to the main pirate that means, "Screw your grandpa," and then he puts a knife to Sean's throat. Tom realized that Sean is the villain who hired the pirates because Sean had used that same phrase before, and Tom figured out that the pirates are from Bali. He even shows a wedding invitation that one of the pirates had, explaining that Sean wanted to get ransom money from Robert since he didn't give him the investment cash he wanted. Sean stops pretending and breaks free, teaming up with the pirates and pointing a gun at Tom. Inside, Darcy starts to feel guilty about her fight with Tom while she's at Ace and Margie's place, so she decides to step up and save everyone herself. Meanwhile, Sean takes the main pirate with him to search for Darcy, bringing Harriet along as a sort of hostage in his helicopter. When Darcy shows up, she has a gun and tries to make peace with Tom before facing the pirates. However, the pirates capture Darcy along with the other hostages, and one of them is especially angry because she burned his face. Meanwhile, everyone discovers that Harriet was part of the plan all along, as Larry had been secretly filming and caught her and Sean kissing. While they're in the helicopter, Harriet takes action and knocks out the lead pirate by hitting a pressure point, then she throws him out of the helicopter. Darcy and Tom come up with a quick idea to have a surprise wedding ceremony in the pool, and the pirates agree to it. Carol gets everyone to sing the song "I'll Be" before the couple takes their chance to fight back, with Carol grabbing a rifle to eliminate pirates. They use another grenade to take out the pirates, which sets off some fireworks that catch Sean and Harriet's attention. Meanwhile, Ace and Margie help the guests escape while Darcy and Tom work to stop the bad guys. The couple arrives at the docks and manages to capture a young pirate. They decide to take the motorboat that Tom had planned to use for a surprise for Darcy. Suddenly, Sean shows up and tries to convince Darcy to join him, but she stands her ground and refuses. Instead, she and Tom jump into the boat and Sean grabs on to chase after them. Harriet, from a helicopter, tries to shoot at them. As Sean gets onto the boat, he points a gun at them, telling to stop, but Darcy accelerates the boat. Tom and Sean get tangled in a parasail that lifts them into the air. Tom cleverly uses a piece of fake hair to zipline down, while Darcy grabs a cake knife that Carol had given her to cut the parasail free. This causes Sean to get caught in the helicopter's blades, and Harriet ends up falling into the ocean when the helicopter crashes. After all this, Darcy and Tom return to the island where they make up and decide to go ahead with their wedding. The authorities arrive to catch the remaining pirates, and Darcy and Tom tie the knot. In this way, movie ends here. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more interesting movie recaps.